This episode is brought to you by Camilla Najat with Exit Realty Metro.
Camilla Najat is an experienced real estate agent who prides herself in finding the perfect home for her clients. Camilla can help you with a comparative market analysis to help determine the value of your home if you're planning on selling, or help you determine the going rate for the neighborhood you're moving into. She can also work with you at your pace.
You can reach Camilla by calling 902-880-8429 or email camilla@exitmetro.ca.
Also, you can find her on Facebook at Camilla Najat, Exit Realty Metro. This is Matt Conrad.
And this is Mike Tobin.
Welcome to the Afternoon Pint.
Today we speak with Lewis, Elijah, and Connor of Shwing Entertainment. Shwing Entertainment is a creative trio that spend their free hours creating YouTube content, have their own podcast called High Before Breakfast, and were recently the winners of the 2022 48-Hour Film Festival. You can also watch the video of this episode on Shwing Entertainment YouTube channel. Enjoy.
Gordon too. Crack 'em.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
There we go.
There you go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey.
Welcome to the Afternoon Pint. I'm Mike Tobin.
I'm Matt Conrad. And today we have...
My name is Lewis Coverdale.
My name's Elijah Boulton.
And I'm Connor Locke.
And we collectively are Shwing Entertainment.
Yes.
And this is also our podcast.
Yeah, very special dual
Collaboration.
So
This is like Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan coming together.
It's awesome.
That might be
Which
before
one's
your time.
which? Yeah.
That might be before your time.
I know Hulk Hogan is.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
And we're doing another episode of
High Before Breakfast.
Which camera did you guys look at?
I saw
I looked all around. Yeah.
Okay. It'll work.
So we're all telling lies, basically, because this isn't breakfast time,
No,
It's not.
nor
not
is it
the
the afternoon.
No.
None of us are high.
So what? Yeah.
I'm a little high. And about
We
to
will be
more
soon.
and more.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's okay though. It's evening, so
That's right.
we're finding a middle ground.
We do
between,
sometimes like to pretend it's the morning, but
That's cool, too.
So your podcast is basically you guys try cereal
yes.
and review it.
We review it. We always give our cereal a ranking out of 10 on
Okay, I
the
like
cereal
it.
that we try. And we usually break down the cereal and talk about it. And then we usually discuss like our own projects and what we're working on. And we always talk about movies and things that we're looking forward to and things that we've watched. And we usually watch one of our things too. Like sometimes we'll watch an old video
Something old.
of ours,
okay.
or when we have guests on, we'll like watch something of theirs and be like, and then we talk about that and break that down. It's usually very casual though.
And in the newer episodes, we just started watching old commercials of the cereal that we were watching, like reviewing like
Okay.
commercials from the 90s and 80s. Because
Okay.
some of those are real out there.
they are.
Marketing
Yeah, 90s
is-
commercials and
the-
80s commercials were a lot wilder.
The Tricks commercial, that was one that was extra out there.
Yeah.
That's some insane cereal.
I forgot we did that. Damn, it's been a while. It's been a while since we've done this, actually.
So how many episodes do you guys do a year, roundabout?
We've done, so we were doing it weekly for a while, and I think we did about 14 or 15, but we haven't done one in a couple months. I'm back in school now, and it's been really difficult to arrange getting a podcast together in that time. But yeah, I'd like to get it back. I like how we could, when we do get back into it full time, it'll be kind of like season 2. We talked about like this is our first season,
Same
and
idea
then
for those,
once we get back into it, when we have the time to arrange it, it'll be our second season.
So can we announce the cereal that Matt brought from the U.S.?
Yeah, so here we go, yeah.
Sure.
So Matt smuggled these cereals from America just to be on this show.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, show 'em to others.
Which camera is it? This is Snoop Dogg cereal, guys. Snoop Dogg is a
So
personal hero of mine.
Snoop
And
cereal.
Snoop cereal. So they originally wanted to call this Snoop Loops, and then Fruit Loops got mad. Wouldn't let them call them Fruit Loops, and now it's Snoop cereal.
Not a fan,
Yeah. But anyways, so there we got
There
two
we go.
boxes.
We got the box there.
I don't know what happened to this box, Matt. The customs thought you were bringing something across the border.
Yeah.
Did they? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So anyways.
I thought it was just because you're getting older and that's just extra fiber.
You got hungry on the way here.
Yeah, exactly. So this is from looking at it, it looks like a combination of Fruit Loops and Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
So basically,
A lot of sugar, man.
yeah.
I don't even know if cereal and beer is the best.
I was just about to say.
What
I
if,
already feel like puking.
what if we put the beer in the cereal? That'd be something. Instead of milk.
I mean,
That was my initial
Try it, maybe
thought.
try it. I think I'd rather just do milk because I don't want to throw up on this show.
I would like you to throw it the show. That would be fantastic.
It would make for some quality entertainment.
that would be
All right.
That
There you
looks
go.
like
Oh.
all Fruit Loops.
Yeah, no, hey.
Oh, there's a couple sprinkled
there's a
in
couple.
I
there.
don't want the mangled rat box. I want the friggin' asbestos in there. I don't know what's in there.
Asbestos.
Yeah, what happened?
Thank you.
Oh, there you go. Oh, I'm not
getting
super great
extra.
about doing that.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll put that over there.
What's cool about it is that it's a dog. It's not
Yeah.
like a rapper smoking a giant blunt. Like they're trying to get kids to like buy this.
He's an actual like kids.
yeah, like it's not like
Kids are-
phoning it in. Like
Someone
a
else
joke.
said that to me. They were like, "Oh, like, I was expecting Snoop Dogg to be on the
Man,
cover."
I
Like,
was
he's
too.
flying
I
or
was
whatever,
too.
right?
He has a
Yeah.
cartoon show for children, like completely 100% for children. It's like called Snoop's World. It's that.
Oh, it's an
Oh, it's
actual
like the-
Oh, yeah. This is just for kids.
Those are all the characters.
They
in
got
the back.
nursery rhymes like "Wheel on the Bus." It just has a little extra bass in it. It's
That's
good.
so funny.
Yeah,
Because I saw they had
Yeah.
the other ones too. Like they've got a dog one, which is like discount Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and then they've got the polar bear one, which is the like
called
mini wheats version.
Frosted Drizzlers.
They do have like 3 different kinds. I didn't realize that when I grabbed it. I was like,
Fruity Hoops,
Yeah.
Cinnamon Toasties, and Frosted Drizzlers.
nice. Yeah, I should have bought a whole lot more of them because actually it was stupid cheap. It was like less than $2 American.
Really?
For the box
And
of
cereal's
cereal.
now like $10 a box.
Seriously,
We've
yeah.
learned doing this show. It's like
$10
close to
cereal.
$10 now.
I should have
Or
bought
it's
a
like $3, but you're getting like that
Okay,
much.
yeah,
That much.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like a
But
bag of chips.
I should have bought a whole bunch of them and brought them back, but then customs probably really would have been like, "Why are you bringing back so much Snoop stuff? What else do we have? What else do we have to look here?"
What other products have we been buying?
Yeah, but then I'd be like, "Hey, I'm in Canada. I don't need to bring any of that back."
Exactly.
Yeah, why would I need that? Come on.
Yeah,
So I'm trying them dry. Usually I like to try them dry first.
Yeah,
and
just
then
try to
we-
dry
and then
too.
we
Yeah,
do it.
first impressions.
It is. It's Fruit Loops. Like that's.
But did you have some with a marshmallow? Like get
No,
a mouthful
I didn't.
with
No,
a
yeah.
marshmallow? It actually, I like it. It complements
Together?
it.
Oh,
I'll tell you
It's
right
very delicious.
now, those marshmallows are nicer than that.
they are nice.
Lucky
Lucky
Charms
Charms
They're
are
soft.
Yeah,
they're not
they're
like
soft,
that
yeah.
chalky
Yeah,
crunch
they're
thing.
way better than the Lucky Charms.
Whoa!
Way
Yeah,
better.
they're chewy.
They're chewy.
Yeah.
They're marshmallows.
What is it?
Yeah,
know what the Lucky Charms
They're not stale marshmallows.
What is the shape supposed to be? Like, what the heck is that?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it's a part
Is it a
of.
woman's face?
It's a woman's face.
Oh, is that
I think you're right.
What?
It's a woman's face. It looks like a hat or like
hair.
pigtails.
Oh
or,
yeah. Wow. These shapes are out to lunch. Like, what the hell is that?
yeah, that looks like a fish.
You can tell they phoned in the shape. So like,
Yeah.
okay, it's gonna taste better, so we
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
actually have to worry about what they look
This one
like.
looks-
Details.
This one looks like a cross between like a Lucky Charm and a chicken nugget.
Yeah.
Right? Look at that.
And those are the ones they're advertising on the box. Like
Oh,
they
that-
could have had
That woman's face
Whatever it
would
was.
say it was a dolphin.
It does look like a dolphin. That's
Yeah.
what I thought it was.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one in there.
Right
That's
there.
one down.
All right.
All right, so yeah,
Milk?
let's hand the
Milk
milk,
it up. Yeah.
There's moo juice here.
We can do the moo
those?
juice here. I don't.
I got,
do you have lactose stuff coming? Yeah.
I
Don't
I
kick
milked
the camera.
I milked a bunch of almonds. So
I've always had a problem with them calling it almond milk too, because it's not milk at all.
No.
That's the thing. It should be. I think they usually advertise it as almond beverage. On
there you
the,
go.
They advertise it seriously nutty.
Serious.
Just a little.
Seriously
Just
nutty.
a splash.
There we go.
Not a big milk.
Okay.
Yeah, that's maybe.
I don't think I need a lot of this cereal,
that's
guys, but
Yeah, this is a big bowl.
it's just got a little taste.
no, whatever. It's
Breakfast meal, yes.
Eat as much as we can.
this is dessert.
Yeah.
First time we had cereal on the podcast, Matt.
Yeah, we did do a brunch though. We also this is the second time we lied.
Oh yeah.
We did do a afternoon pint at his place for breakfast for an episode called with Mama Side.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They do true crime.
Cool.
we
Everybody
start-
loves true crime.
Yeah, exactly. So we started at 11:30 in the morning, so it was actually like a brunch.
Oh, those guys are really cool.
Wow.
You know what? I like Snoop cereal, man.
Yep.
Yeah, this is not
Good
bad.
time. He brings it all together. These Fruit Loops make good friends with the marshmallows.
Yeah, these marshmallows are incredible.
Shouts out to Snoop.
It's really colorful too. Like when you add the milk to it, it makes it almost concerningly vibrant.
Everything is brighter. All that frostiness goes somewhere else.
All right, that's enough cereal for me, though.
My milk is already blue.
That's the most sugar. Nah, I just can't eat too much sugar.
That is a lot of sugar. When you get a big
Yeah, that's the
spoonful
thing.
of those marshmallows.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man, this is
I'm still gonna go to
really
town.
good. I like this. This is better than Fruit Loops.
Your kid is going to be bouncing off the wall after eating this. This is insane.
So, guys, while you're eating your cereal, I'll ask you some other questions.
Okay.
Going into your shows like Shwing Entertainment, you guys just won the 48-hour film festival?
Yes,
Yeah.
we did.
Tell us about that. Like, what's that all about?
So this is the second year in a row that we won. Third year we've competed.
Okay.
So the 48-hour film competition, 48-hour film project is what it's called, and cities from all over the world do this project. They all do it different times of the year, but basically the whole concept is it's a 3-day competition, 48 hours total, but it starts Friday evening and goes till Sunday evening at 7. And basically you have to write, shoot, and edit your film within those 48 hours.
Cool.
So the first day, the way we do it normally is we spend the first day, we get our genre. So you get a random genre drawn out of a hat. You get 2 choices. This year our choices were what?
Medical drama or
A medical.
No, medical doctor film.
Or medical
For
doctor
that,
film.
whatever that.
Nice.
and then
funny title.
suspense.
Suspense thriller.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we went with suspense thriller because we don't have the resources to make a medical doctor film really in 48 hours.
Oh, there was a brief 5 minutes where we were talking to our roommate who works at the hospital. And we were like,
Okay.
could we get a wheelchair? Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Can we get in the hallways? Could we sneak in? We got rid of that.
So you guys got to find all the stuff, all the props. And
So
whatever.
exactly.
They give
So
you,
you have to work with what you.
So I actually did the 48-hour
Okay.
Oh yeah.
before. I don't know. I think it was 2019. I think
Yep.
is when I did it, and you guys probably know it was with Goblin Den. I don't know if they
That
did
name
compete
is
a couple
super
of
Yeah,
familiar.
They competed a couple of years. I think
Yeah.
the year I did it, and then the year after that, I think they might have won something the year after, like in 2020 or something like
Yeah.
that. I can't remember.
Were you acting in it, or were you?
Yeah,
part of it?
so in Goblin Den, I did. I think I was in 3 or 4 of his short films.
Right on,
And
yeah.
they actually filmed one at my house.
Awesome.
So yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, he was just there, and he was just like, "Hey, your house has good, lots of big windows." He was like,
Yeah.
"Can we film something here?" I was like, "How about
Yeah.
it?"
I mean, that's you gotta make do with what you have with the resources.
Oh, yeah,
So that was
exactly.
exactly what we did this year.
But you're right. They give you the 3
Yeah,
a prop, a character, and a line of dialogue, and you get that all after when the 7 p.m. starts, so that it's that's how they can tell you made it right in
yeah.
within
You
48
can't cheat
hours.
because otherwise you could film something
you
months
do
before.
a crazy
Exactly.
epic film,
Right, right.
Yeah, this is incredible. You have to. So every team gets the same line, prop, and character as well. But every team gets a different genre. So it's really cool to see how because everybody's got a different genre, how they all approach using those different assets that you have to include in a different way.
Even with that, it's been. I found not so much this past year, but last year when our film Growing Pains that won, it was there was 2 of them that were kind of similar, stories that they did, and it was same with that the year before. There was a lot of similar films.
Yeah,
I found so.
So the ones that are different do stand out because everyone has the same character with the same job, saying the same thing, using the same prop, you end up
plots
with
kinda
maybe
get to a
5
certain
that are all the same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Different story, but it's kind of you're okay, this is the same concept though.
Right.
So it is at the same sense. You do want to use all those things, but it's also throw that different thing in there just to spice
And that's
it
what
up
makes
a
it
bit.
stand out too. So we had we went with the thriller suspense for our genre, and the character we had to have it was it was a puppet, a puppeteer.
Nick or Nicky.
Yeah, Nick or Nicky. What was the last name?
Douglas, Nick Douglas.
So we went with Nick Douglas, who had to be a puppeteer. So that was like the difficult one that they threw in this year. Usually there's like a really hard aspect that they throw into it just to throw everybody off.
Yeah,
and like so basically every team had to find a puppet this year because you had to represent a puppeteer somehow. And we had to have the line why won't you listen? Why won't you listen? And you had to have a mirror as your object. So every team had to include
Can we
those
air the
three
clip
aspects.
in this episode for people that missed it, or
Yeah,
go or check it out on Shwing?
you can check it out. It's on our channel. It's
on
already
Shwing,
out there.
yeah.
So if you guys want to look at it, Shwing Entertainment.
Yeah, we'll put a
it's
link
on our
up.
YouTube. Yeah, wicked.
Yeah.
So it is available on YouTube, and we won last year, and we got to go to LA for it. We did a silent film last year.
Oh, awesome.
So we went to Filmapalooza is the next level. Basically, all of the winners from all over the world that do the 48-hour go to Filmapalooza. And that was, how many teams were we?
100. There was like, I think 125, 132.
So if you win, so that grants you the automatic opportunity to go to that.
Yep.
Did they pay for you to go?
So we won $1,000. You win $1,000 prize money when you win the 48. But no, you get one free ticket to the festival.
Okay.
But basically, you have to pay the rest of your way there.
And then you get discounts.
Yep.
And the discounts are actually pretty like decent. Yeah. I know I thought it'd be like, okay, like a little bit off.
10% off.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Exactly. I'm not sure if every city's like that because I know that we are a newer, like the Atlantic Canada 48 is a much smaller, newer one. So maybe in other cities around the world, maybe they do have larger prizes and stuff because they have more funding where that is. But at least for Atlantic Canada, we're just too small that I don't think they have the resources to pay for our whole trip there.
Right. And they do give you a $1,000 prize. But to me, I don't know. I always see the real prize, the biggest prize is the fact that your film is being shown at the bigger festival with all the winners.
Because it can make, if I remember, it can make its way to Cannes, right?
Yes.
The winners, top 15, I think.
Top 15 at Filmapalooza.
That level go to Cannes Film Festival.
But even just getting to see our movie in LA at the Regal Theater, which is like really cool. In Hollywood, was pretty surreal.
Awesome.
Like a ton of other people around the world too. Like there was, because in the different film categories, like there'd be like people from all the different cities. I think like Osaka, Japan. Like your city was in ours, so like there's all these big filmmakers from around the world also watching your film.
Paris,
New York, I think.
And like traveling, like whatever it was, like 12 hours to get there, and like on the other side of the continent,
right?
Like our films being played there,
like we're against entire massive film companies with huge amounts of money and funding, and we're just three guys with filming on my iPhone.
Oh yeah,
like and we're and our movie made it like so. It's
that's great, and you guys still do a lot of other stuff on that too.
Absolutely,
you guys, a Canadian werewolf in Canada.
a
Canadian werewolf in Halifax. Sorry,
so we made a couple.
That was fun.
Yeah, we made thank you.
Yeah.
We made a couple Halloween episodes. We got one more coming hopefully next week because we filmed some of it yesterday. We've got some more of it filming tomorrow, so that's going to wrap up that series there.
Cool.
That we're doing. So we're always working.
We need actors. We got a couple guys here. I know.
If you guys,
I'm not a good actor by any means, but I was in some stuff. I've been in some stuff, and he directed theater in Dartmouth.
Yeah, I directed stuff.
Right on.
And acted and
we both have a background in theater. We went to Acadia to study theater for a while.
We just did a live show in the
Fringe
end of the
Festival.
summer.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah. And we won the Fringiest Fringe Award for that too. So
Fringiest Fringe Award.
So that's like the highest award that you can get in the Fringe Festival. They're like, this is like the most outside the box and like really encompasses the what fringe means and what it is.
I think our show was definitely weird. So.
All right, people out there that doesn't know what fringe means.
Halifax Fringe Festival. Yeah. It is a festival that they have a bunch of different versions of all over the world. I think.
All over the world.
But it's basically they give an outlet for small groups and companies who normally couldn't get funding from like an actual theater or
theater,
like a larger company.
Or their show's a little,
a little too
risky
weird.
or weird, and they don't want
maybe
to
not
show
even like
that.
all there yet. I've seen fringe shows where it's like just them reading the script. Like they didn't have time to rehearse it or anything. They just want to tell that story,
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it's just amateur. I would say amateur, low budget groups of people being able to be a part of a really
Right,
big.
it's all
gives
over,
them
it's
an
all
outlet.
over Halifax. at
Yeah,
various
because you get the
theaters.
draw of all the people who are in the festival or know someone else that's in a different show.
Yeah.
They still get the pamphlet with your show.
And what does the word fringe mean?
On the outside.
Outside the box.
Society.
Yeah, like
There we
fringe
go.
on the
Not
fringe.
mainstream. Not mainstream.
That's like you.
Exactly, yeah. You'd fit right in.
There you go.
But that's the whole heart of it, though. It's like
Yeah.
giving a voice to those people who normally wouldn't have that opportunity.
Beautiful. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And it was a fantastic. I would love to do it again next year.
It was a
It
lot.
was really fun. It was.
Yeah, so
And there
we
was,
did
and we saw some other great shows too. I think there was like
God,
55,
yeah.
60 shows
60?
Yeah.
around the city. There was all the different venues. It was, it was
It's awesome, man.
an awesome time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
So, inspirations, are they coming from film? A lot of your work, you'd say? Or?
For myself, absolutely.
Yeah, I kind of got that vibe when I was
yeah.
looking at the YouTube videos,
Yeah.
right? On the channel there. a lot of classic films,
a lot of
being interpreted and such.
Because I'm studying screen arts at NSCC now because
Oh,
it was
okay.
always the goal was to study film. Me and Lewis started Shwing in our drama class in grade. I was in grade 10. He was in grade 11 or 11 and 12.
Yeah.
And for the people who don't know where Shwing is from,
Yeah, Shwing is Wayne's World.
Excellent.
It's a quote from Wayne's World, and that was literally just an
It was
inside
just a
joke that
joke.
we had.
We were literally just doing it as Wayne and Garth.
We were
do
just
it.
amateur. We were just
Yeah.
stupid teenagers being like, "Oh, it's a boner. That's hilarious." Like that was the whole
Become
thing.
like
It is our brand now.
now it was announced by a guy on the stage in L.A.
In LA, he's like Shwing Entertainment. He
And
even
did
like
it,
laughed
too.
at it too. Yeah.
And he did it. He wasn't like, Shwing Entertainment. He was like,
gave it.
Shwing.
Yeah,
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Awesome.
Never met us before, never seen any of his stuff.
So let me ask you this: what's some of your favorite movies of this year that had to come out this year that you saw that you liked?
Okay,
That's or are there any movies that you
Oh,
have seen this
absolutely.
year that you liked?
I've seen a lot of good ones. Connor, do you want to start? Do you have a fave?
I know there's one you're
Don't
excited
start with
for.
me. Well, yeah, I've been excited to
hasn't come
see. No, Killers of the Flower Moon is out. I haven't seen it yet. I really want to see that.
Me too. I want to see that
I
also.
want to see that. And Napoleon, I really want to see that. Like, I've been really excited for that. The others, give me a minute. I gotta think.
Yeah.
There's been some good ones this year. To see.
Yes. I saw Killers of the Flower Moon already.
Yeah.
Loved it. It was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Well,
I just saw Talk to Me the other night. Are you guys familiar
No.
at all?
really
It is it's a horror movie from two Australian filmmakers who were actually a really huge influence on myself to make YouTube videos because they had a YouTube channel called Raka Raka, and they just made it was literally two twin brothers who exactly the same stuff we do. They just loved making movies. They've been doing it since they were kids, and they would just film these short sketches and action videos on their YouTube channel. And I followed them all growing up. That was a big influence of my own. And then I found out earlier this year that they had this movie coming out. So they funded this movie, they got it made, and then they got into Sundance Film Festival, and then A24, the horror production company.
Which is everywhere now.
It's everywhere.
So massive.
Everything's being produced
Like,
by
they
A24,
crept
and
up out
it's
of
very
nowhere.
prestigious
Yeah.
company.
Yeah.
They are known. They approached them. They bought their film from Sundance,
Whoa, cool.
and then they released it on a much wider scale, so it got a international
awesome.
release.
Really good.
And that was I haven't seen a horror movie that has been that uncomfortable and unsettling.
Yeah.
in
Oh,
a
really?
long
Okay,
time.
well, there
yeah.
you go.
Uncomfortable in what way?
It's really gory
Gory?
and it's about possession.
Okay.
That's basically it's a hand that they touch. And they can see dead people and talk to dead people when they do it,
Okay.
and it basically takes over your body. And it's the practical gore effects that they have in it, and just the psychological twists in it are really, really intense. But I could not recommend it enough. If you like horror movies,
I love horror
and you don't
movies.
mind any stuff that's pretty intense, totally check it out.
Yeah, nothing like that bothers me.
I'm horror movie light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm hard in the paint.
Excellent. Yeah. Do you have a personal favorite?
I mean, it's cliche, but a little bit I just love The Exorcist. Honestly,
Yeah,
I love it.
That's okay. It's a classic for a
It's
reason.
classic. I saw it for the very first time when I was actually 9 years old. I think is what it was.
God.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, I was out at my cousin's place, and he was like, "Oh, we should watch it," and everything. It's just, I don't know. I always really, really liked that. But I mean, there's a whole bunch. I mean, the classic horrors and stuff like that. But I am more like I prefer more of like the psychological stuff.
Totally. Yeah.
Like, but I like that supernatural stuff. Anything to do with possession, things like that. I love that. Right.
Wicked. Yeah.
Like it's tough. Like it's been tough to see certain there's certain horror movies that kind of start off so great. And they just can't seem to finish.
Yeah. The premise. They got the premise. They don't have, like, a story.
Off,
or the story, the concept's really good. And I'm trying to think of one that I saw just recently. I'm trying to remember what it was. And both my wife and I were like, that started off so great. And then at the end of it, we were just kind of like, it went from like, this is so intriguing to like, I hate this movie now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you know what happened in it?
I'm trying to remember what it was. But I just remember, like, I was actually saying this today. You know what? It's people will always remember the way that like the way you make them feel.
Mm-hmm.
They don't always remember the details.
Yeah.
And I just remember like when I saw this, it's like I'd have to go back and search Netflix probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd have to go back and find it. But I just remember like I couldn't really come up with a lot of the details. I just remember we sat there and talked about it afterwards, and we're like, cool concept, liked where it was going, and it just kept getting consecutively like worse and worse.
They fumbled
worse.
it.
And,
At the end. Yeah.
endings can throw it off and stuff like that.
Totally.
I don't know. And then sometimes they just overkill it too, right? Like the. What was it? The first, what was it? Now they have a whole chain and the whole universe of it now is...
Insidious?
No, you know what? I thought that is another good one where it was like it started off good and then just kind of not as good. But the...
Conjuring?
Conjuring.
Yeah.
Loved the first Conjuring.
Yeah, I got like the Annabelle spin-off.
The first Conjuring was
that
like...
shit gave me nightmares.
It was so good.
The second one too, like the nun in it.
Yeah,
and now they have like the Nun movies,
right?
But she was so unsettling in that second movie, and then ever since they just kind of
they
pushed it too
go
hard.
too hard. Like I'm always a big fan of like sometimes let the imagination do the work.
Yeah.
Right, because your imagination's way more messed up than what you can see on screen, especially if you screw it up visually.
Right?
Absolutely. You see something and all. So I remember in the late 90s, I was sitting there in theater watching the Blair Witch Project, and I'm sitting there and just being a bit of a horror supernatural geek that I am, I'm sitting there through the whole movie going, just don't show the witch, just don't show the witch, don't show the witch. Because if they show the witch, it was probably not going to be that scary. Because it was going to be
this is way scarier than anything you're ever going to represent visually.
100%. Like it's so it's one of those things, and I love that. So if you like horror or anything, there's it's Canada's one of their like the scariest haunted houses. It's up in Niagara in Clifton Hills. And it's called Nightmares Fear Factory.
Okay.
So I went through this. There's like, to date, I think it's like 162,000 people have chickened out.
Wow.
And
really?
And the reason why is it's not like what you would think it is, where it's like super gory or anything like that. You walk through this maze of a house. It's pitch black. You have to follow a red dot. And like every once in a while, something will come out. And at one point, you're walking, and the ground, like the floor, it feels like you're walking across a bridge.
Yeah.
And it's probably just boards that move, whatever. But it feels like you're doing it. And then at one point, the ceiling keeps coming down, and you have to like get down and crawl, and then you're crawling through like a vent.
Yeah.
It's like more like a...
Oh, it's
getting in your head.
But they do it. People that kind of pop out and scare you and things like that, and they take pictures of you and laugh at you.
I noticed at the corn maze, they got the chainsaw guys.
They have the chainsaw guys,
Which is scary once, and then after that's the most annoying thing in the world. It's like, oh, you're the 30th guy to go, chainsaw to me, please go away.
That's the thing is when they first started doing it.
They just did the corn maze. They were just in
there. We worked there this...
Oh, did you guys do the chainsaws?
We weren't the chainsaw guys.
Oh,
we were in the corn, though. Yeah.
Honestly,
children of the corn.
Yeah.
I would love that because I personally find scaring people the funniest thing ever.
It really is.
Oh yeah,
that would be fun.
I don't think you guys, if you guys can keep a straight face though, like you're like incredible, because I don't think I could. Yeah. Because as soon as somebody like scared and fell or something like that, I'd probably just fall on the like laughing.
I mean, I feel like there's sometimes throughout it where it was like, depending on the mood, like you get really into it, and you're just so like you have become like I'm a crazy person in the corn scaring people. Like, I have no time to smile, right? But then sometimes, then you're out there for like 4 hours doing it. Sometimes you do get someone really bad, and then they'll be like, "Oh, well, you smile," and you just be like, I smile back.
So you guys are the one in Truro?
Well, you're standing there for like 4 or 5 hours, and I always sit the corner. I would be like, I'm really excited for this, right? And I'm there. Let's do that. Like tonight, we're gonna scare some people. I'll scare like 10 people, and then I'll start getting like really tired, and then you go into like a deep, like, you still have to do it. They're still coming, so you still gotta scare them. And then I sort of go like a bit delirious, and you become this like demon. That's just like my whole purpose. It
just takes over
scare
your whole body.
And then people, you do scare them, and they're like, wow, why is he like still like, he's like not breaking that and that, like, and then when they leave, you're like, yeah.
I think when they first started doing this, like, is like they had the one that was really good. It was shorter, way shorter, but it was really good, well done. It was out in Gore, which was always a perfect place to do a haunted corn maze, whatever. But they had a really good one. I think now it's like one of those things where it's like it's so big, and they let so many people in that it's not that. Like, I mean, I can't, I say scary because I mean, I don't think I've ever been scared by anything going in there, but it's still like this enjoyable experience, and I like watching other people get scared. Yeah. And they don't, because there's so many other people around. So they're scaring people 10 feet in front of you, kind of thing, right? It's become such a business, right?
And the guy, like, the jump scare is jumping out, like.
Yeah.
You can just see him doing it to the group that's like 3 and ahead of you.
That's the thing, right?
Yeah. Just like packed in there. Yeah.
That was the thing. Like if they got sent through pretty quick, or like some people were slow, they'd bunch up.
Right.
Yeah. Like there was people like, especially in the section that we were at a lot was like right at the start of the maze, and it went through this house Lewis was in, then opened up, and then so a lot of people would get bunched up in like this area where me and this other guy would scare them, and they'd be like, okay, we should just wait. And then, I'd literally be like, wait a second. Because then they'd go through, and then there was the first chainsaw guy right there.
Right.
So then I'm like, then they'd hear that and be like, oh, okay, good thing we waited. And I'm like, exactly, right? Like, right?
Awesome.
And then they'll come. Yeah, so. And that was the thing like with the haunted houses, too. Like, at least with the maze, it was a little more spread out, and you could spread people out.
I did hear that
with the haunted houses, it would be very like bam, 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 bam. People get so bunched up.
People just like it. People just
that's
like
thing.
a tourist
so many
attraction.
People come out. It's crazy.
Oh, you got a special guest.
Yes, we do. Our roommate Peter. Hey.
Filming a podcast.
Just shoot me a quick text so I didn't interrupt.
No, it's okay.
It's all good.
I don't know who you guys are, but you look very handsome, the two of you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate that.
Nice to meet you.
So jumping back to horror movies. So what are your guys' favorite horror movies?
I'm trying to think. See, I'm not a big
not horror movies. Let's stay back in 2023. You jacked me with this horror thing for like 20 minutes.
Let me tell you about The Exorcist.
Jeez. I didn't say anything with The Exorcist.
Wasn't that the movie? The Exorcist you just talked about?
No. We were talking about corn mazes and
Well,
shit.
before that.
Yeah,
I just said I like The Exorcist, and then I didn't say anything else
I talked
after
about
that.
The Exorcist forever. I was like, this is favorite movie 2023. You went back to The Exorcist.
It's just there's so many
No,
good
they
movies.
asked me.
and things.
2023 favorite movie.
I'm struggling.
Or good movie.
See, I didn't see the big two. I didn't see that big summer blockbuster of Barbie and
Barbie.
Yeah, you know what?
Either one of them either.
No, Barbie's my number one, 100%. That was
Barbie's good?
so
Barbie
fun.
was pretty
It was
awesome.
so good.
Yeah,
That was so
alright.
much fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
I liked. I'm a big fan of.
That was awesome.
Across the Spider-Verse, the Spider-Man
Oh, yeah,
film.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I love
But
Spider-Man.
it didn't have an ending. And which
you're
it was a good film, but
Yeah.
you gotta tell a whole story.
Yeah.
Do you guys watch
know,
the Marvel movies?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I've been a big fan.
Yes.
A big fan of I'm a big comic book fan too.
Yeah.
But should I admit it here? Yeah. I'm sailing away, I think.
I think a lot of folks are
everybody
kinda,
is.
I'm still
they're-
100% in.
yeah.
You're still in it?
I really
all
love
of
the...
them. You've seen all the shows and
Yeah, I've watched everything.
Loki season 2 so
I
far.
haven't watched that yet.
That's what I'm watching right now.
I'm waiting for it to all come out, and then I'm just going to binge it.
I've been loving it. That's, I
Tomorrow.
think,
Yeah.
hopefully can salvage it a bit. Also, depending, we'll see, though, because it is really good. But, everything with
I don't know. Seriously,
Jonathan
it's like
Majors, you never know what's going to happen.
I like
They
I like a
have
lot
to
of the
recast
I'm
all that. That's going to
a
mess a
comic
lot
book
of things
geek.
up.
I grew up with all that stuff, everything, and so I'm liking what they're exploring and things like that. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was just as good as
I loved
1 and
it.
2.
Yeah.
Great,
Really
right?
good.
Loved it.
Fantastic,
Really
right?
loved it.
I mean, the Spider-Man Far From Home or whatever the hell the one is.
The last one with Toby when they
No,
brought him
that
back.
was
all the old
fantastic.
Spider-Mans.
I know you didn't like the Multiverse of Madness, but I did. I liked it.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
It was like,
I liked
it was
it.
okay. It kind of lost me halfway through.
The thing is I think,
Yeah.
just in my opinion, is like, I was reading an article just actually this week, and they were saying about how, they left the Infinity Saga and they're going to the Multiverse Saga, and it's like, it just seems like a bunch of one-off stories. I was like, well, that's how it started. Like, 12 years ago too.
Yeah.
Like that, they're
They
starting
can't
it
keep
again.
that up, like
Like,
having everything.
Yeah, it's like they're
together.
reintroducing new characters to us and all that stuff. I was like, so I don't mind that there's a bunch of different stories and and some of the things that they're going to do. I mean, I'm like, Thanos to me is one of my favorite villains of all time.
Yep.
So I mean, following up with Kang it was like, all right, cool. Yeah, that should be a good story. I think super pumped with Secret Wars once that happens because Doctor Doom's probably going to lead it if they go, do it proper kind of thing. So Doctor Doom's also pretty up there for.
And they've got him now because they got Fantastic Four, so they can. Make
right.
Yeah.
I mean, so they're bringing the X-Men in, all that stuff. Like, I think everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah. And you're right because the payoff of Infinity War and Endgame, the like, they're all in it, right?
Yeah.
It was so powerful because it had been like 10 years,
Right?
Like 10 years.
They
coming.
built that.
I
and
think
they worked
the,
so hard.
the thing that people have a problem with is like you got like 5 movies before the Avengers, and now you got like 10, like 6-episode TV shows, like before the like anything that has like interconnectedness within it.
Yeah,
it just seems like so daunting. I think.
Yeah, I get that. Like, but though, you know what? I love Loki season 1. I really liked Hawkeye. I thought that was good.
Hawkeye was good, yeah.
WandaVision was fun.
What was her name?
Haley Bishop.
Haley. Yeah, she was great.
Really good. And Hawkeye was great. And I liked WandaVision. It was a little different, but it was cool. It was a cool
I
concept.
love WandaVision. I thought it was brilliant. Like, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
They did something really different. Loki 2 is looking great so far.
I
I've been 2 or 3 in.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Oh man, I had to rewatch an episode because I literally watched it and just like I ended and was like, that was incredible, but also what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I rewatched it again today and it just was still like in awe, like, oh my god, I got to get to the next because I think I'm on like episode 5.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
yeah.
So I was gonna wait because my wife were gonna watch it all together, and so I just figured I'd binge watch Ahsoka by myself.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
I haven't watched it yet because
watched
I
it
need to
yet.
watch. I need to watch Rebels
Sure.
first. Though I've seen all the Clone Wars, but I know how
I'm
closely
in
it
the
ties
midst of
into
Clone
Rebels.
Wars.
I just finished the Clone Wars.
There's a process. Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't watched any Clone Wars, anything, ever.
I could not recommend
No?
it enough.
No?
It's been
pretty
awesome.
amazing.
I've been liking
Yeah.
it a lot.
Yeah.
Big Star Wars fans.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't, but then I watched the Clone Wars, so now I'm like,
Yeah.
because that it does. I've always liked the prequels.
Yeah.
Despite
Oh
what
my God.
some people in the early 2000s,
Nah, dude, the prequels are
threatening
bad,
to kill
man.
George Lucas for him, but the TV show The Clone Wars does so much for the prequels. I rewatched Revenge of the Sith right after it, and
when you watch it, when you
went
watch
like a
in
baby,
season 7,
yeah.
it is.
Revenge of the Sith
special.
is my favorite one. It's been incredible.
Really?
Yeah.
I was always such a huge Anakin fan. I've always said this. That's why I like the dark side.
Yeah.
As a kid, I'm like Anakin, and then he turns, and I'm like, well, I like Darth Vader. Like,
That's the thing. So again, Darth Vader is probably one of my favorite villains. Fun fact: George Lucas. If you didn't know this, George Lucas modeled Darth Vader after Doctor Doom.
I didn't know that. That's
really
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, he modeled it there. So
The shape or just like who he is.
kind of like the look of the villain,
Oh, yeah,
kind of thing,
I
right?
can definitely see that. Yeah.
Kind of
the,
modeled
like,
after that.
The like mouth,
The hood and like
And the cape and the mask.
yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw an article one time where he said like when he thought about what a menacing villain would look like, he kind of like modeled after that.
Yeah.
But Darth Vader's like
About as menacing as they get.
it's awesome, right?
Oh yeah.
But you know what? I'm a firm believer. Like, if I had Jedi powers, I'd probably go dark side too.
Yeah, oh, hell yeah.
I mean,
I
it's
would
just
have
so
at least
much
abused
more
them.
interesting.
At least abuse them.
Yeah.
You know, like I may not be like throat choking people, but
Yeah.
if you're in my way in traffic, I'm moving you out of
Well,
there.
I'm shooting some lightning out of my fingers.
Clone Wars is like paving that way of like showing Anakin and like some of the decisions he makes that he's
Yeah.
like, this makes sense.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Jedi are like, oh, but that shouldn't be the way. But he's like, okay, but this just makes sense.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not a bad guy, and he does it.
Yeah.
And then I could see them just kind of like starting to hate him for it, and they like neglect him for it
Push
a bit.
him out,
and then
yeah.
he's like, what the hell? I'm just trying to.
Because they're the Jedi are too, like, adhering too strictly to their own rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they're letting a bunch of terrible things happen.
Yeah.
So I love it.
Exactly. I know it's this whole thing. It's
moral
like
debate.
it's kind of like it's in this really messed up way. It's kind of like the Jedi or like the priesthood, and it's
Yeah.
like they all have to be celibate,
Yeah.
and they're like way too into their own rules
There's
that they made
so
up.
many like religious parallels. Absolutely, yeah.
Probably, it was for good. but they get stuck down in their own rules too much that they've.
Yeah. So anyway, so Star Wars. So we just like Disney stuff, I guess.
Disney, Star Wars.
He's doing it right, I guess.
And the odd indie film.
Yeah,
Exactly. It's a good combo.
Werewolf by Night.
Yeah. That was great.
That was fantastic.
I haven't seen the color version yet. I
haven't watched the color.
I haven't watched the color either, but I like that.
I don't think you need to.
Yeah,
the black
It's the
and
same
white was
thing,
awesome.
Yeah, I didn't feel I needed to revisit that.
It
It was fun the way it was.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, that's what I was going to say when you said like favorite horror movies. I'm not a really actually a big horror fan at all, but the like sort of classic like monster films. That's the sort of horror. Like
Nosferatu.
Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I like a good werewolf.
Well, that's why we've been doing all the
Werewolf transformation. That's what we just did. Yeah.
Dracula, werewolf.
You guys
Classic
like Monster Squad?
I've never seen.
You never seen Monster Squad?
No.
Oh man,
We're young.
I know, but you're movie guys.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
If you can, you might be able to just get it somewhere. But I actually have a DVD. If you have a DVD player, I'll loan you the DVD.
We got an
'cause
Xbox. So.
It's completely worth it.
Yeah.
So it's like Dracula, werewolf, Swamp Man, and Frankenstein. But Frankenstein's a good guy.
Okay.
Yeah, and these kids, these like teenagers or whatever, have to band together to like stop the monsters from.
Cool. No,
It's like it's almost like it's classic '80s like Goonies meets horror movie, but it's funny, right? Kind of thing, right? Oh yeah.
All right, it's going on the watch list.
Oh yeah, give it a shot.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Guys, we didn't rank.
Oh yeah. Hey,
we
break your
forgot
cereal.
we didn't give it.
So
a
do you
rank
guys
out
drop
of
them
10?
out of 10 or 5?
Yeah, out of 10 usually.
Out of 10. All right.
I do decimal points too.
Yeah, you can go as.
All right, man. You go ahead first.
Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty sure when I did Fruit Loops, it was like an 8 point something, and I like this better than Fruit Loops. I didn't finish it. That is strictly because of the beer. I didn't want to mix it. If so, I definitely want to finish it. But I think I'm gonna give it a solid 9. I really like
9. Okay.
Yeah, I like my sugary cereal.
Yeah.
And I love the marshmallows. I think the addition of that, and I felt like it just tasted like Fruit Loops, just with these better than Lucky Charms marshmallows. So I think it deserved a 9 in my books.
Really sugary, too sugary for me. I'm not a big sugar guy, but I do love Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops are really nice. And the marshmallows are definitely better than Lucky Charms marshmallows. So it was good. Just I couldn't eat much of it, like a couple bites, and I was like, all right, that's good for me. I don't remember what the hell we gave any of our previous scores for the stuff. It's been too long.
You're crazy.
But I will give it a 7.9. I think
7.9.
7.9.
7.9.
Wow, we're getting the decimals in this.
Oh yeah.
Whoa. I'm not a big sugary fan. I'm not even a big Fruit Loops fan, to be honest. But I did like the marshmallows a lot. I'm gonna stick with a 7.
Okay. 7. All right.
Maybe a 7.1 just for the journey that it made.
Okay, there you go.
I'll give it a 0.1.
Yeah, 0.1
for the journey.
Across the border.
That you did.
So I honestly I don't have a big sweet tooth, but I don't know. Maybe it's just going back because I did finish mine because I was like, because I honestly can't tell you the last time I had cereal.
Yeah,
it might have been years, like years and years.
Yeah.
So honestly, I don't have it a whole lot, but I enjoyed it and made me feel like a kid again with beer. So I'm my gut's telling me 8.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Guys, I love Snoop Dogg, and he might see this, so 10.
All right.
There we go. Also,
All right, I might not eat it, but it was the beer thing.
You did like puff passes to your cereal.
That was the thing. I was like, I'll get a few bites in, and I want to get the beer.
Yeah.
It's a weird mix. So. But yeah, I like that. It was good. Yeah, shout out Snoop as well. That's
innovator, man.
Yeah.
You know what? I like honestly next year if you guys want help with that because I'd love to do that again. The 48. Yeah. Like we could do a collab again for that too.
Actually,
funny you mentioned that.
Yeah.
There's it's called Yes We Cans. So it's like the 48, like the same people that do it at the end of like the cycle of all the cities. So first weekend of December, 1st to 3rd, all of like the top 3 from each city
have a chance to do the 48 again. In the thing called Yes We Cans. So we are entered in it, and we will be doing it first to third. So, looking for people potentially to be in it.
There you go.
Yeah, and with this one, it's like, it's kind of sweet because it's like, it's all the top teams from around the world.
Yeah.
With this, it's because there's probably, I think there was like 100 teams did it last year, but they take the top 15 and they all go to Filmapalooza. And then they take like the top 8 of those to go to Cannes. So it's like,
you got a much larger chance at getting in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if we could get a second film in Filmapalooza too, that would be pretty cool. And also,
that's true, too.
just another weekend to do this. It's so
you guys planning on going back to California again?
So it's not in California.
It's a different,
it changes.
different city every year. And actually, I think we were just quite lucky that the first one that we won just happened to be in, like, film city, capital of the world,
aka Hollywood.
you can say it.
This time it's in Lisbon, Portugal.
No way.
So we're going to Europe.
Our film will be played there. And
neither of us have ever been to Europe before. He's born in Europe.
I was born in Europe.
I said neither of us.
So,
where are you from?
I was born in York, England.
Oh, okay.
And actually, I've been to Portugal like a bunch of times. But
okay.
Nice to show them around.
That is the plan.
Yeah, it's good. Like cheap booze, that's for sure.
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah.
Cheap, like closest spot in Europe to us too. So flying in there isn't too outrageous as well.
Yeah, We were actually. I was supposed to go to Portugal this summer.
Oh, really?
We were going to go for a wedding, and
Not us.
no. But and the bride ended up getting pregnant, so they were like, "Doesn't make sense to go drinking in Portugal when you're pregnant." So
it was like a destination wedding.
it was like a like the groom's family's from there, kind of thing. So like they got married here in Canada and whatever, right? But wanted to do like a second thing for that. So we were supposed to go, so we ended up not going. But I've been to Europe. You guys are gonna love it. It's amazing.
Very, very
right? I've been there several times, and honestly, like I would continue to go back there as many times as possible. Yeah.
That's a good place.
Well, if you act in our Yes We Cans and we get into it, there you go. Come with us.
There you go.
That'd be awesome.
Right on. Well, guys, you got any other special announcements you want to share?
Yeah.
Well, we got one more Halloween video coming. It's not Halloween anymore.
Okay, so by the time this comes on our thing,
It'll be Christmas
it'll have already been out.
What was that video that just came out?
That video that just came out is our finale. I don't know. Do we have a name for it? Probably like Van Helsing and the Wolfman.
Yeah, I think it's Van Helsing and the Wolfman.
Yeah. Okay.
Wrapping up that series though, that'll be out by now.
We find Dracula.
We've won Yes We Can.
Yes,
Sorry.
true. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
So we'll be seeing 2 of our films. Or yeah, maybe you've already acted in it.
Damsel in distress.
Best supporting actor.
And Shwing Entertainment. Can you spell out Shwing to people just if they're looking for your videos?
Absolutely. SHWING Entertainment. ENTERTAINment.
Excellent. I had trouble with that, so I just wanted to help.
Yeah, it's because it is
could be just me.
Yeah.
SHWING.
Yeah.
And
Shwing.
Swing Entertainment does not bring it up on YouTube.
No, that is not us. We are not Swing.
Shing Entertainment, that doesn't bring it up either. You have to spell it right.
Yeah.
If you do Wing Entertainment, that might
actually.
Wing Entertainment.
We did
that
do
was
a wing.
that was for one day only.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So that's
Well,
awesome.
guys, thanks so much for hanging
Thank
out.
you. Yeah.
Your cereal show was awesome, and I hope you enjoyed having a beer with us.
Totally.
We'll just do one more cheers.
One more cheers.
All right.
Yes, thank you
very much.
Yes, thanks for having us on this. This was awesome.